I'm going to explain to you Kenpo. It means law of the fist. Like karate. You guys know what karate means?
Yes, sir.
It means empty hand. Kara, K-A-R-A, means empty, and te means hand. So Kenpo means law of the fist. Now, there's a few different styles of Kenpo. Theirs are a little bit different from mine from in the beginning. Mr. Parker, Ed Parker, who ran the Long Beach International for many, many years, he is the most famous of the Kenpo people. He came from Hawaii. He trained with a gentleman named Professor Chow. And even in Hawaii, they don't call their instructors grandmaster. They call them, when you get up to that level, they call them professor. All right, so he was trained by Professor Chow. He moved to Brigham Young, went to college, moved to California, started teaching. A great story about Mr. Parker was that Mr. Parker and my instructor went to a drive-in one night in Pasadena, and they were coming back and they were talking, and so these guys was trying to hit on his wife, and Mrs. Parker at the time was just drop dead gorgeous. So these guys were bothering Mrs. Parker and Sensei Bill's wife. So he came up to him and he told him to back off, and the guys were like, "Ah, shut up, get out of here." You know, they've been drinking a little bit, and Mr. Parker and my instructor got in the car and they kept yakking and yakking. So Mr. Parker got out of the car and he said, "You guys, you better back off. I'm going to knock you out and I'm going to stack you on top of each other." And before my instructor could get out of the car, he had knocked all five out, stacked them up like this, on top of each other. And they took a picture of it and put it in a magazine in Pasadena, in the newspaper in Pasadena. And Steve Sanders told me a story when they went to Chicago to fight, that for a tournament, they went into a restaurant and they overcharged everyone, and Mr. Parker got upset about it. The people in the store got upset. All the karate people got upset, and a face-off came, and one guy tried to hit Mr. Parker. And Mr. Sanders, who's the founder of Black Karate Federation, he said Mr. Parker was hitting those guys, and he does a really hard thing where he claw you in the face, because Kenpo is a lot of open hand stuff, unlike most karate where you're going like this, like Japanese karate. It's a very open hand slap. It's a slap and a scratch and a throwing the hammer fist and the elbow and the neck, blah, 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 yeah. So Mr. Sanders told me that he was fighting these guys. He was hammer fisting them in the groin and elbowing them. And he said he hit this one guy with an elbow, and it sounded like a butcher chopping meat. You know, take a big bap, and he hit him with an elbow. Guy went down, and all of a sudden, everything opened up, and they were allowed to leave. So that's Kenpo. A lot of open hand, a lot of flashy strikes. Not so many like Korean karate where you got all these flying kicks and these really nice kicks. I mean, they did just basic kick, front kick, side kick, back kick. Different generations of black belts. Like when I first Mr. Faribault, he didn't have any idea I could kick. You know, but I just like kicking, so I was impressed with the way the Koreans did it. So I just learned how to kick. But traditionally, the kicks don't go any higher than your belly or your groin. That's how we do it. Very good.